Hey, it's Miko, and we're back with episode one, summing up week one of the journey to becoming a freelance web designer, and just like a summary of last week. I explored some GSAP, explored some Mast, and tried to rebuild my portfolio using that system. And for the most part, it's pretty much almost done. I do have to make some tweaks to make things like a little more fluid responsive. Some few snippets of code and then changing some colors around while I wait for the drawing commission that I asked for, because I need to make sure that accents like match like certain parts of the website. So I'm basing some of those accent colors on the colors of the drawing. And from there, I can't wait to show you guys. I will be happy to like explore my, or not explore, explain my whole process for how I came to designing the site I did. And basically, it's been a summation of lurking on design Twitter for a while and, really exploring how people like Dan Petty, or how Ilja Van Eck or Ayush Soni, these people will design in a way that is like very specific to them. And I wanted to create my own kind of style. And that's what a majority of last year is just finding out like how I would solve a problem through like strategic design. And um, aside from that, I got sick with sinusitis, and that's basically like where I guess my sinuses were blocked, and it gave me like a huge headache, and it was kind of unfortunate because like I was like going to the gym and everything, and I was like, yeah, things are looking up. I was recording shorts every day, so that was a little like what do you call it? A little, I guess, stop in motion because I felt like I was building momentum, but we'll get back on track once I feel a little better. And the other things I did this week, I ventured into a few more communities, and I learned about creative development, and I met some really awesome people. Um, Specifically, like the more I involve myself in these kinds of communities, I feel like the more I'm reaching towards my goal that I set last year, which is trying to establish myself in this like space and just like letting people know who I am and what I do. And not necessarily like trying to build it's just more so of trying to build this network of really quality connections and people that I can always trust and maybe even like future collaborate with. Like I met one person, and he's a great creative developer, and even though he says he's basic, shout out to U9, but even though he says he's basic, he knows so much, and he's helped me with some GSAP, and it's a beautiful relationship forming in terms of I'm learning from him, he's learning from me, and these are the kinds of connections that I'm looking for in terms of when I network and follow other people on design Twitter. So I think it's more about quality instead of quantity, because like I could have like 2,000 followers, but then I'm not like benefiting out of that because like they're not engaging with me regularly, or I'm not engaging with them. But I want to find these people that I can engage with and go back and forth, because I feel like that's the best kind of learning, and really like immersing yourself into these kinds of communities for that. Um, okay, going into week two, um, I guess from week one, I did say I wanted to outreach more, but I think focusing on my website and how I portray my work slash myself is more important. So for the by the end of the month, I want to have that all launched for at least stage one. And I'm glad that I spent the time I did really thinking about the theme, because of now that I'm launching in stages and trying to get rid of like this perfectionist mentality of like my website needs to be perfect before I show it out to the world. It can just be as simple as I need it to be, and that's something that I've learned from talking to Corey from Webflow. And shout out to Corey, thank you so much. Um, but he was just saying like you just need to explain your process, explain your thinking, and just really um, put yourself out there. And that's what I've been focusing on ever since I talked to him in December. So mainly that's the goal of just having that website and being able to like show people that this is what I do, this is who I am. And I guess another goal that I have is finishing this website that I'm doing. It's just going to be a simple 2-page website. I'm exploring the pages right now, and I still have to record my other video for the Reimagine mock site that was created probably like last month. So I was slacking on that a little, and that'll some of my goals for week 2, which is portfolio, networking, and putting myself out there in these communities and being active in these communities. My second website video, and then my introduction to the 4th website video. And really just focus on the storytelling of like, and establishing the purpose of like why this website exists in the first place. So that's it for me, and I'll see you in episode 2. So later. Thanks for stopping by.